invasion.
For decades, UBS sold secrecy as a service, catering to oligarchs, CEOs, and criminals alike. But when the pressure from Washington mounted, Switzerland was forced to choose between sovereignty and survival. What followed wasn't just a scandal, it was a reckoning.
Now, UBS has agreed to hand over the names of nearly 4,500 account holders to the U.S. government, and it's looking to be a game changer for Swiss banks.
For over a century, Swiss banking meant silence, neutrality, and secrecy. But UBS turned discretion into dominance, rising from local custodian to global kingmaker.
In essence, bank secrecy is analogous to criminal racketeering, and the Swiss government, along with every Swiss private banker, is a co-conspirator.
UBS executives knew that UBS's cross-border business violated the law. They refused to stop this activity. The reason was money. The business was too profitable to give up.
By his latest act of naked aggression, Hitler has committed a crime not only against Poland, but against the whole human race.
In 1939, Hitler invades Poland. Europe plunges into war. Entire nations collapse in weeks, and a new kind of terror begins to spread across the continent. Switzerland, surrounded by Axis powers, declares neutrality. But in a war built on conquest and extermination, neutrality isn't safety. It's a risk. As cities burn and borders vanish, Switzerland becomes a refuge. Not just for people, but for money. Afraid of losing everything, aristocrats, businessmen, and persecuted minorities rush to protect their wealth.
Even before the 1900s, banking secrecy was normal in Switzerland. The country's neutrality, laws, and quiet culture made it a safe place for Europe's elites, kings, and rich families. Swiss banks built their reputation not just to manage money, but on keeping it hidden.
Gold, cash, and bearer bonds flood into Swiss vaults. Numbered accounts rise. What began as a business model, bank secrecy, now becomes a shield. Thanks to its laws and location, Switzerland becomes the last safe vault in Europe. But not all deposits are fleeing tyranny. Some are funding it. In the early 1940s, a key player emerges: the Union Bank of Switzerland, UBS.
The predecessor of UBS was founded back in the 1860s, and at the time, it had grown from a local bank into one of the most important banks in Switzerland.
As the war rages, UBS shifts roles. It doesn't just handle money, it moves it, hides it, and cleans it. During his conquests, Hitler needs to find a partner to help store and clean the looted gold. Switzerland, with its secretive banking laws and neutral stance, is the perfect partner. UBS accepts gold from Nazi Germany. It melts it down, stamps it with neutral markings, then puts it back into circulation, laundering stolen wealth into clean, usable bullion. And they know what they're doing. An internal UBS report shows that by 1940, the bank is securing Jewish assets in military bunkers, even as it processes gold taken from Jews sent to death camps.
These were not small operations. Between 1939 and 1945, Switzerland's central bank, the SNB, purchased over $400 million worth of gold from Nazi Germany. It was one-third of the Reichsbank's total sales.
Victorious Russian troops walked through the rubble where the Nazis made their last stand.
World War II ends with Europe in ruins, but Switzerland is almost untouched. Its cities are safe, its money is stable, and its banks are full, thanks to years of foreign deposits during the chaos.
Switzerland stayed out of the fighting, but stayed useful to both sides. They made deals, stayed neutral, and kept their banks safe.
Between 1956 and 1975, UBS rapidly expands by buying up smaller banks across the country, quietly becoming Switzerland's biggest financial power.
UBS took advantage of Switzerland's neutrality. During the Cold War, people sent their money there to keep it safe from political chaos and sanctions. UBS used that reputation to attract rich clients from around the world.
In 1960, the banking giant makes its boldest move yet. It acquires Argor SA, the country's top gold refinery. Argor gives UBS something few banks ever possess: vertical control over the flow of gold.
In global finance, gold isn't just a commodity, it's a foundation asset. The more physical gold you hold, the more trust you command. But refining, that's a different level. For UBS, acquiring Argor wasn't just vertical integration, it was a move to institutionalize control over gold itself.
By the 1970s, Zurich has passed London as the world's top gold trading hub, and UBS is at the center of it all.